They had blueprints, they had budgets, they had big plans, but what they didn't have was a clue. From tilting towers to collapsing ceilings, these weren't just construction mistakes, they were disasters waiting to happen, caught on camera in all their jaw-dropping glory. This is what happens when things go very wrong on the job site. And trust me, some of these fails, you'll have to see them to believe them. At first glance, everything looks solid, structured, safe. But what you're watching is the moment a massive construction project goes from progress to catastrophe within seconds. This wasn't a slow failure. The entire structure folds in like paper, collapsing under its own weight. Dust clouds rise, metal twists, and years of planning vanish into rubble. What went wrong? Poor soil testing? A rushed foundation? One thing's for sure, this site just became a case study in how not to build a building.
掉进下面的，我操！对啊，我现在开始跑了。
你看这个速度，你什么速度？
毛没受力。
直接撞在脚了。
直接撞在脚。
说的直接撞，直接球皮是顶到地下撞了。
这个位置真的
没有顶到地下撞。
一下回头了，
一瞬间就下去了。
一瞬间就下去了，你这个桩一倒门直接就下去了。
没有，没砸到手。
没有，看，
蹭了一点点。
蹭了一点点。
传得出来，
This is not a movie stunt. It's a real-life disaster unfolding in the mountains. A massive haul truck, overloaded with boulders the size of compact cars, struggles to descend a treacherous, narrow quarry path. With every jolt and bounce, you can feel the tension, until suddenly, gravity wins. The overloaded beast tips under its own weight. In a horrifying instant, the rocks shift, the ground gives way, and the entire truck flips like a toy. Dust clouds fill the air as the cargo rains down, burying the vehicle in seconds. This isn't just a failure of balance, it's a brutal reminder of what happens when basic safety and load limits are ignored. One mistake, and everything comes crashing down, literally.
Но, видимо. Давай. Не, прикольные процессы вот эти. Ну сколько весит, Игорек? Я все вот добиваюсь. Том больше 10. Вовремя я снял.
One moment, it's a normal day. Cars zooming past, pedestrians strolling just inches away. The next, the earth opens up like it's been holding a grudge. An entire section of asphalt collapses, sliding into the excavation pit like a melting cake.
加倍阳光没得垮了，爬了好多多看咯，好吓人咯，还得垮。
And here it is, a house that stood proud against the sea, now trembling on stilts like a frightened child. Wave after wave pounds its foundation, and you can feel the ocean demanding it back. 1 minute, it's a peaceful vacation home. The next, a collapsing monument to how nature always wins. You watch, helpless as the ground gives way, and the structure leans into its final breath. No engineering flaw, no human error, just raw, merciless power from the sea. How do you build against that?
упаде, блядь, півеням вашим, пацани. Опоздаю вже.
This massive pipe is being guided onto a flatbed trailer, steady and slow. Everything looks controlled until it isn't. You're watching a floating disaster unfold in real time. 2 cranes, 1 barge, and 0 stability. What could possibly go wrong? You ever see a building collapse in slow motion like it changed its mind halfway through falling? This was supposed to be a controlled demolition. Emphasis on controlled.
What do they do now?
Water explodes from the ground like it's breaking out of jail, turning the site into a muddy mess in seconds. And that guy? He dives in like he's gonna stop it with sheer willpower. Nice try, but this pressure is wild. This concrete mixer took a wrong turn straight into disaster. One slip on the narrow, uneven slope, and gravity takes over, dragging tons of steel and cement helplessly down the rocky path. It's not just the road that was unprepared. The brakes might have been too. In a split second, a massive pipe-laying bulldozer tips like a toy, pulled down by the sheer weight of the pipeline it was balancing. No time to react, no backup plan, just one loud crash into the dirt. That's not a minor oops. That's a 6-figure piece of machinery belly up in the mud.
Maxed out up there. Oh no.
This demolition was supposed to be simple, until it wasn't. The crane pulls, the tower hesitates, then suddenly collapses like a falling tree, in the wrong direction. Dust flies, people scramble, and the ground shakes. One miscalculation, and tons of concrete nearly turn into a catastrophe. When precision meets poor planning, this is what you get. This excavator operator reaches out to lift part of a metal roof, but instead of a clean move, he pulls too hard, throwing the machine off balance. In seconds, the entire excavator teeters sideways, its wheels dangling in the air like a clumsy gymnast mid-flip. One wrong pull, and now it's not just the roof that needs repairs. It's the ego too. A single spark of chaos, and glass rains down in a spectacular ripple. The sleek modern facade of this building shatters like a movie scene in slow motion. But this isn't CGI. This is real life, real structure, real consequences. One wrong move, and the entire face of architecture turns into a waterfall of shards. Flames licking up a tower, smoke clawing at the sky. What started as a spark has turned into a black cloud spiraling above the skyline. And down below, a crane, trapped in the chaos. The bridge held firm until it didn't. With a thunderous crack, entire spans crumbled like paper, plunging into the river below. Boats bobbed wildly as massive clouds of dust swept across the water, swallowing everything in a murky haze. Onlookers gasped as steel and concrete vanished before their eyes, a dramatic collapse that turned an engineering marvel into a floating graveyard of twisted wreckage. The building stands tall one moment, a skeleton of steel and ambition. Then, cracks ripple across its spine. Within seconds, the structure bows inward like it's exhaling its final breath. Dust shoots out from the middle floors as the implosion tears through it floor by floor. A calculated collapse, yes, but watching an entire skyscraper crumble like paper never gets any less shocking. One by one, the charges blow out from the base like a precision drumline, and the tall red tower begins to buckle in on itself. Dust blasts outward like a shockwave as the lower floors vanish in seconds. This isn't just demolition, it's choreography. Everything falls neatly inward, barely missing the towering neighbors beside it. A clean collapse, a concrete curtain call. Building leans like this, it's not just concrete that's cracking, it's every second that counts. Firefighters scramble up tilted ladders, evacuating whoever's still trapped inside before gravity claims its win. One wrong step and it all comes down. This isn't just rescue, it's a race against collapse. A fully loaded cement mixer rolls slowly across what looks like stable ground until it isn't. The concrete slab beneath it crumbles like cardboard, collapsing in a ripple effect. The weight was simply too much. 1 second, it's a construction site. The next, it's a demolition scene.
just one of those multi-purpose lawnmowers.
Fuck. Scheiße. Nein, nein. Glück.
לא, 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 לא.